Hello, good evening and welcome to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast live.
Three men close to a midlife crisis. Three microphones, one Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
So, hello, welcome along to the live stream of the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. Thank you so much for watching this evening. If this is your first time, welcome along. I hope you're going to enjoy the show. We're going to be here for about the next 90 minutes to 2 hours, depending on how long we go. I've gone orange again on there. I can't cope with that orange light. I really
don't
can't.
turn your light off. Don't do it.
Oh no, he's gone.
no.
Oh, he's gone all magenta.
It looks like a dentist surgery now. Oh, that's better. There we are.
But I go orange.
I don't like the light.
I go orange.
It's not my angle.
Shut up. Anyway.
Pathetic.
Anyway, right. If this is the first time you're watching, thank you so much. So basically, this is a live stream of our recording of the podcast. So the podcast goes out every Monday. If you want to find out more information, check out our brand new website, which is the asyetUnnamedPodcast.uk. We record as live. You get to see the mistakes, the bits that don't quite work, and then I edit it all down, and it looks and sounds really, really professional-ish. So let me introduce you to cohort number one, Mr. Damien Lee. Hello.
Hello, good evening. Do you know what? How inconsiderate, right? I put it on Facebook, we're going live. I said, we've got a show tonight. One of my neighbours is vacuuming their car. Pathetic. Do I know who I am? Do I know who you are?
They obviously don't know who... No one knows who Darren is. Hello, Darren.
Hello. Damien, open your window. Just give him a shout and go, oi, fella, knock it on.
Darren, the window's open. How do you think I can hear the vacuum man?
Just shout at him. Just say, pack it in, will you? Stop
Tell
it.
you what, who vacuums at like 8:05? What's he
I don't get
vacuuming?
it. Anyway, evening, and Damien, I must say, your I'd love a checkered shirt. I do love a checkered shirt. It's very Bareback Mountain, that film,
Thanks,
whatever
mate.
it was called.
Bareback Mountain.
Whatever it's called. But
Probably not the best. We're edit that bit out. We've only just
Okay.
started.
We haven't even started the record yet. I'm definitely not putting that bit in there, mate.
Wowzers. There we go.
what's it called? The
That's not a
Mountain
film.
Farmers.
Brokeback Mountain.
That's the one. Yeah,
Bear-
that one's something different.
Bareback
Don't
Mountain is
encourage
the
that.
very adult version of it. The
sorry.
even more
Don't
adult
encourage
version.
it. Always be safe, kids. Always be safe.
Right, okay, so let's get some housekeeping out the way. If you want to find us on the internet, then you can follow us on Facebook. On there, we will put all the information out on there. You can follow me on YouTube, which is youtube.com/IanHRP. But you can also find us on our brand new website, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. It launched yesterday, so go check that out. And we're also on Twitch if you want to follow us on Twitch as well. So yeah, all good. Right, are you two ready to start the show proper?
Can't
Always ready.
wait.
Always
Should we do
ready.
it?
Good.
Yeah, let's go.
Right, let's do it. So, we are starting the recording, ladies and gentlemen, and all the viewers that are watching. Right about, yes, Darren? What's that for?
Doing a happy dance. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. Come on. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, going!
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Hello. Oh, there we go.
You've done it again. You've done it again.
I'm going to start that again, sorry.
Yeah,
As you said,
Come on.
I did say...
What a lie. This is, do you know what? For anyone who's watching this, every week, when
Oh.
you listen to the podcast and it just sounds like they're all right, aren't they? They're pretty good. It takes us hours.
It
the
does.
Hours.
His radio show was just like that.
It wasn't, but the radio
100%.
show was nice and tight. Anyway, right, let's start again.
Here we
Going
go,
on...
Take 5.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
Hello, welcome along to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast, episode number 8 of the show. Thank you so much for downloading the podcast. If you're listening to us on your podcast app, please don't forget to subscribe and give us a review on Apple as well. It really does help. If you're watching this on YouTube, hello. We are broadcasting live as we do every week now as well. And to let you know, we've got a brand new website, which is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. UK, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. Right, let me introduce you to Darren. Hello, good evening. How are you?
I'm all right. Absolutely fine. I'm in a little bit of chaos at home at the moment because the wedding has been moved again. Would you like to know this?
Well, can I introduce Damien first?
Oh, okay. Carry on then.
Do you know what I mean? We've not even done the introduction to the show.
I know.
It's like,
Just jumping in
you know,
there.
I present a radio show.
Did you not ask me? Did you not ask me, Ian, how I was?
I did, but I didn't want you to then jump into the, to the main bit. I need to introduce the other person in the podcast.
That's Damien Lee anyway. Carry on.
Do you
Go
know
on.
what? This is where it goes wrong sometimes because there's so many egos in this room. He's like, I'm captain. Him down there, Mr. Oh, just had some Cocoa Pops. Do you know what? Let's all just get along. Let's have a nice show.
I'll just give you a little insight. About 3 minutes before we were going to be going live, Darren was stuffing his face with food. What did you have?
I had local takeaway.
Not like
Was it
order. Why didn't you
It was
order it
rushed
for
on a Wednesday
earlier?
night because of this, so I don't have time to do the healthy kind of meat, veg and meat.
I had time today.
So, yeah, but you know, I'm a busy broadcaster, doing content, and
Whatever.
stuff like that, and yeah.
I always thought you were
So-
quite a meat and veg kind of guy, really. Which do you prefer,
Love.
your meat or your veg?
I love my meat. I'm a meat eater. I love meat.
Right.
Yes. Right then, Darren, go on. Tell us about your wedding, the ever-going, ongoing saga of your wedding being postponed again.
So I'm going to bullet point it virtually for you. So last September we booked it up for March this year. COVID happened. We moved it to November. November, we're only allowed to have 6 people there. I don't think things are going to change with the social distancing and the mass gatherings. So we went to do our bands again because apparently your bands need to be redone because the time difference of when we had them done first time round.
What's banned? Having never been
like
married.
a notice. You've got married, haven't you, Damien? So you put in a notice to the local area where you're going to get married and say,
Oh, okay. Right, fair enough.
we intend to get married here. Anybody
Right.
got any problems?
Okie doke.
We'll send the boys around. Anyway,
Yeah.
that
It's
sort of
funny
thing.
that because when it's local as well, if someone in the local church actually stands up and goes, I don't really want them to get married. Don't like either of them, to be honest. They could basically say no.
Yeah,
Well, you know
can, yeah.
the thing to do with that. Don't go in a church. Go to a registry office.
Well, that's what we do, register
Yeah.
office. But you still have to have your notices read. You have to give notice and have your band read.
Wow. Right.
Anyway,
Okay.
Moving the story on very quickly then. So we moved it to November. We can only have 6 people. When we went to do our notices again for the second time, which was last Friday, the registrar said, you can still only have 6 people. I said, yeah, we're aware of that. I said, well, do you want to bring it forward? We've got loads of dates free in September. So me and my other half looked at each other. We went, well, there's only 6 people going to be there. So it's not going to be affecting 100 and odd people, is it? Well, let's bring it forward then. So we get married on the 5th of September in 2 weeks' time.
Blimey.
Yeah,
What day are you getting married?
it's a Saturday.
Yeah, good. Because you got priorities. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't do it on a
Um,
Wednesday.
You've got commitments. You're in a contract here. The contract isn't as flexible as maybe other places. This is you're in. All right, you're getting married. Okay.
This is
Cool.
this is not a temporary job like your day job.
Now, children, don't start.
Unbelievable.
Don't
I'll tell you what,
start.
I'll be putting you on the timesheet if you carry on, sweetheart.
Sweetheart. All right,
Hey, well,
sweetheart.
That's a
Hey,
good comeback. That.
Right. So, it's
So,
always
Damien.
interesting. Yeah.
What has your week been like this week?
It's been good. And one of my most exciting bits that I always look forward to is the return. Well, again, I don't look forward to it because it hasn't been on. But
the Mac?
EastEnders.
Oh.
No. This is my time. Okay, you've had your bit. Okay, you're getting married in September. Bothered. Happy birthday.
You didn't
Hope
get the
you're
joke, did you? You didn't get the joke, did you? The return of
It was
the
awful.
Mac.
We
Awful.
did get it,
Terrible.
ignored it because it was a bad joke.
Anyway, so EastEnders is returning. It's been on a break because of COVID and because they had to stop filming and they caught up basically. So they had a big break for about 7 weeks and they're due to start again on the 7th of September. Now, in soaps, there's kissing scenes sometimes. People have a bit of a snog. However, because of social distancing, indeed, Darren, yeah, because of social distancing, they can't do it. But they can now. Do you know what they're doing? Putting a perspex screen between, so when they have a kiss, they're kissing onto a screen. In post-production, they're editing it out. You never know there was a perspex screen there. But what happens if they stick a bit of tongue? It's going to go on the old perspex, isn't it?
See, I thought they'd brought in new rules where for TV production, they were allowing more physical contact so that all shows for the next 18 months don't have people standing 6 feet apart from each other. I thought they were going to do it like they're doing with sports, where it's more like a bubble, so the people are in the bubble of the cast, and then they can be a bit closer. But obviously not.
The thing is with the EastEnders and all these soaps that are started back up again, I did read somewhere that they're not going to reference COVID, lockdown, or social distancing in the storyline, but they have to, don't
Yeah, they're going to
Yeah,
have
you're incorrect there,
Right, okay.
Antrobus. They are going to mention it in EastEnders, and apparently the Queen Vic are taking it quite seriously in the fact that social distancing now, they've got tables outside in the square. Tables and chairs in the square. They're going to be sitting there by Arthur's bench, just having a bit of steak.
The last time we had the drinks outside the Queen Vic, didn't somebody die, or was that every Christmas?
pretty much every
It is
Christmas.
most Christmases.
It is every
yeah,
Christmas.
yeah.
So you're happy then that EastEnders is back?
I am, but I've also got to tell you something, and it's a quick story that I came across, and I want to read it to you. Okay, so I'm reading here. So basically, a mum was mortified as workman is left in stitches over a very rotten discovery in her attic. Any guesses what it is?
I know what I've seen this. I know what it is. It's
Okay.
Can I say what it is?
No,
or do you
don't ruin it.
Okay.
No. So, 2 weeks ago, a workman visited a certain lady in St. Helens to install CCTV. All was going really well until the man called the 27-year-old upstairs to look at something rather unusual he stumbled across in the attic. The mum of one was mortified when he showed her a scaly, rotten sex toy, which had been standing upright in the loft.
I see the picture. It looked like one of those stalactites, whatever they are in caves.
It really did, yeah. Now, the certain lady was quick to explain that the item didn't belong to her or her partner. Instead, she believes it was left there by the kinky tenants of the property, as the neighbours said they were renowned for their noisy sex sessions and kinky parties. Despite living in the house for a few years, this was the first time the certain lady had ever been up into the loft, where she put the Christmas tree, man. She had no idea what was waiting for her up there, and after the grim find, she has no plans to go up there again. Well, surely they removed it. They're just going to leave it up there, are they? So there you go.
Well, I've got a sound clip that works.
Woo.
I've got a sound clip that works quite well for that. I was going to play it later. I'll play it now.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
There you go.
Only on this show.
Darren, do you wish to explain what that clip is from, please?
Okay, so do you want me to set the scene?
Yes, please.
Please do.
On my radio show, did I mention that I work full time in
Every show.
You're
Every
a radio
show.
presenter.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. I try and keep it quiet actually. Anyway, so basically, we had an email to say, there's a local entrepreneur that has made some sustainable protein powder. And it's a plant-based protein powder, and I don't buy into all this plant stuff. I'm a meat eater. I like meat. I like protein. I like traditional sources of protein. But this is all this new sustainable, going green, and all that kind of stuff. But to get the protein in the powder, they've also added something that you would only find probably in Celebrity Get Me Out of Here. Crickets.
Sorry.
Crickets. It's
What,
a
as
cricket.
As in
those funny little
insects,
noisy
yes.
things that you get in Spain when you go on holiday.
My goodness me.
Now, with
Bit of a niche.
they reckon if the world is going to carry on and its population grows, insects are going to have to become a major food source for everybody.
Yes. Now this bloke on the phone actually did say to me that he regularly consumes insect-based food regularly. He's all into this. He's a bit like a local version of a Bear Grylls, right? Anyway, so the plot thickens. So I spoke to him about this protein powder. There's crickets in it. He's told me how he makes it, and it's all sustainable. He looks after the crickets. I said, "Are you being a bit like harsh on the crickets. You're breeding them just to put them into a powder, and then we're going to drink them.
What do you think cows are for?
Sorry?
What do you think cows are for?
Well, yes, I know, but I was trying to sit on the fence with this, with it being on the radio and all. Anyway, and he was telling me that he gives the crickets a lovely life before they push them up into powder.
Love that. Why wouldn't you?
Anyway,
Wouldn't you?
so I said, look, I used to do, when I used to work at Radio Pulse with Ian there, do you remember I used to drink a lot of protein shakes myself?
Yes, I could smell it in the studio after you've been in there.
Yeah.
It's one of the
So
side effects
I know
of
about protein shakes, and these are flavoured protein shakes, so he actually sent me some. So I have actually tried some cricket powder-based protein shakes.
I am hitting now. Darren sent me a little video of this, probably hoping that I wouldn't do what I'm just about to do with it. This is Darren basically making the shake. So this is clip number 1.
Take it off for 10 seconds. I am really nervous of doing this because I don't like bugs. I can't think of eating bugs. I know some people like to live the life of Bear Grylls, but I can't.
That's it.
Is that mixed, do you reckon? It says shake well for 10 seconds.
So that was him mixing. This is
I actually shaked it harder for longer.
You did shake it harder for longer.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
So this is Darren drinking.
Ground crickets.
So he's taking a slurp of this nice protein shake. Chocolate flavoured, wasn't it, Darren?
Yes, dark chocolate.
Dark.
I couldn't keep it in. I just couldn't keep it down or in. And it hurt, and it
Ground cricket's not for me.
I love this. Number 1. Number 2. Get ready for number 3. That was a proper wrench.
Would you like to know what it tastes of?
Go on.
Cardboard.
That's what quite a lot of protein shakes taste of cardboard.
No, they don't. This is proper, like, it looked like it tasted like you just got chewed a bit of cardboard.
So I presume he hasn't got a customer in you then for these cricket-based protein shakes.
Listen, I agree with all of the sustainability. I'm all for it, but cricket-based protein powder, not for me.
I'd love to know what at what point you got possessed by the Exorcist, because those noises just aren't right.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Shake hard for 10 seconds. Right, so I've had a little fun with this.
Oh no, what have we done?
I'm just going to play this.
Can you give us a sample?
Absolutely you can.
Fantastic. I look forward to trying it. My flavour would be the dark chocolate one, by the way, incidentally.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
that'd be
We'll get some
fantastic.
sent over to you, mate.
Just open the box. This box has got protein in it. For protein! Shake hard for 10 seconds. Shake it hard for 10 seconds. I am really nervous of doing this because I know some people like to live the life of Bear Grylls, but I can't. Is that mixed, do you reckon? It says shake well for 10 seconds. Shake hard for 10 seconds. Still looks a bit powdery, actually. Ground cricket's not for me.
So that is the Cricket's sexy remix.
That was
Was Was there any need for the music behind it?
Oh God, yeah, definitely.
That is
Oh
fantastic. That takes me back to when I was about 18, and you had the 15-minute free view of a certain channel, and then at about 12:15, it went all fuzzy. Not that I ever used to watch them.
On the old satellite German channels, you used to be able to
So
get.
what did he do for 10 seconds?
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
So incidentally, the plot thickens since I did that the other day. Basically, my program controller, a program controller, if you don't know in radio, is somebody who's in charge of the output and in charge of what I do on air. And he got wind of all of that, what happened, and he said to me in an email, "Ooh, got an idea for when Celebrity Get Me Out of Here goes back on telly. Are you up for eating some, specially crafted foods?"
Now I've tried before. I have eaten. You can get them in little almost like bags of crisps, but they're like crickets or little bugs, but they've got flavour. So basically, and they're quite nice. They're a bit like
they
pork
actually bugs,
scratchings. Yeah, they're proper bugs, but they're a bit like pork scratching type flavour.
They're
quite like 'em.
alright.
Yeah.
I went travelling many years ago and tried a bit of tarantula, bit of snake.
You didn't.
Yeah, but you're out. You've got to try these things. The thing is, we're on this earth once. let's all try a bit of everything, just once.
Damo, can I just ask, what does a tarantula taste like?
It's more the hair that it gets in your teeth. You know,
You don't
But
pull
when-
the hair out. Can you not
I
do that?
don't pull the hair out my teeth. No, not normally. I just floss with it.
No, the tarantula. you fool.
Oh, what you were on about? That was classic. Darren, you're a brave man for having crickets there. I salute
Yeah.
you, sir. Yeah, very good, very good. Ian,
Anyway.
how was your week?
My week was fine. My week was fairly normal, actually. I've spent a lot of time in between work helping you lot out, trying to get your stuff sorted and preparing for things. So, yeah, no, pretty standard week, to be honest. There you go.
Let me guess, you've done some photographs, haven't you?
I haven't, actually. I haven't used my camera this week at all.
Have you coped with not being with your toy?
All right, I've got other toys I can use.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Okay, that was our week. We will be right back with round 4 or 2 of Darren versus Damien.
3 men close to a midlife crisis. 3 microphones, 1 Zoom call, all lead to this. It's the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
If you're watching us live on Facebook or YouTube or Twitch, thank you very much. Abyss has put a comment on saying, "What is this podcast about?" Good question, well presented. None of us have an idea.
No clue.
No.
I just got told just turn up on a Wednesday. Still no idea.
Yeah.
Has
That's
it got a
the-
plot?
that's the
Has it
idea.
got a content?
Yeah.
That's
Thank
the
you for
idea of
watching.
the podcast.
though.
I think it's just us 3 having the banter, having a giggle. Really.
Yeah.
But thank you for watching, Abbas.
And Anthony as well is watching and has left a comment on Facebook saying he's howling at that for Darren and his cricket. And it sounds like the last one is him trying to push out one after a
Beg your
hot
pardon,
curry.
push out what?
Push out one after a hot curry. Which
no
takes
need
us
for that.
takes us back to last
No
week's
need.
episode when we were making impressions of Damien on his morning visit.
Have you got that?
I haven't got that, but I have got this. Anyway,
I didn't realise that last one was that energetic.
I love
It
that.
just
It's
happened.
so funny.
Seriously?
Honestly,
Wow.
it's really good.
Wow.
Right, let's go back to the recording then. We are now going to be doing Darren versus Damien. You can play along at home. I will explain the rules when we get back into it. So, clean edit point, Ian. Welcome back to the podcast. It is now time for round 2. Damien is currently losing.
No, you're Damien. Listen, can I
No,
just set
we
the
haven't got
record
no,
straight?
we haven't got time to go into this. Right, it's time for round 2 of Darren versus Damien.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damien on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Bear with me 1 second.
It's all right there. I think I had a hair in my tea.
Oh, was that from the tarantula?
I think it was actually. Yeah, yeah. So welcome if you are just tuning in. This is where we do live recording and then we edit it all together and it becomes a very nice podcast. That was Ian there having a chat to Barbara, who's our producer.
It was a production thing, but it's fine. Right. I will not play the jingle. We can do that bit after. Right. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is round 2 of Darren versus Damien. The rules are quite simple. I will play you 10 sounds. You have to tell me what they are, who they are, where they're from. And at the end of this, I will give you the bonus round, which is our little mystery voice type thing, where you will decide you try and figure it out for 5 extra points. So there are 14 points in total up for grabs this week. Are you both? It's not. It's really good. Are you both ready to play Darren versus Damien?
No, stitch up.
Not a stitch up at all. Get over it.
Never enjoyed a quiz as much as this one because, as per usual, I'm winning on this.
You are indeed. Right. Let's get on with this quiz. So, sound number 1. I need you to tell me who is this.
Aha!
I know who that is.
Easy one to start you off with. Who
Very easy.
is
Very easy.
this?
A bit of an idol there.
Would you like his real name or the character name?
The character name, please.
I'll do both, actually.
Okay, you're not going to get
Your
an extra
pen's
point.
run out.
Your pen's ran out.
Has run out. And this is one of my corporate pens as well. Pathetic. Marketing, you're sacked.
Damien, if you can't write your answer down, that's a wrong answer, incidentally.
It is.
Oh, here he is. Here he is.
Right, we're not holding on. Right, sound number 2.
Ding 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 ding.
I know who that is as well.
What is that?
And I know. Can I give you his both?
You're not going to get extra points. I just need to know what that is. I know.
His voice.
I know.
He's annoying me tonight. He's like. Are you all right? You need to cheer up. You do. You're miserable.
How's that pen of yours there, Damo?
Ah, do you know what?
Sound number 3, gentlemen. Sound number 3.
Oh, I'm winning this week. This is my week. This is my week.
Any of you need that again?
4-year-old.
Okay.
Any of you need it again? No?
I need you to move on.
Okay, right.
Hang on.
Sound number 4.
Question number 4.
Do you mind telling me what this is all about, mister?
Oh.
Oh, no. I might have dropped one here.
Sound number 4.
Do you mind telling me what this is all about, mister?
I'm going to go with that.
Look at his smug little face. Look at it.
I enjoy these because I don't have to do them.
Smug little schoolboy. Oh, I've got it. Oh, you can't guess it, can you? Oh, I'd love to whack him with a wet fish.
Right, sound number 5.
Sound number 5.
Been busy yourself by the looks of it, but then he always was a sucker for blondes.
I know who that is as well. Yes. Yes.
Do you know what? I've liked this one. This is good. And yet again, Darren, you're going to lose.
No, I'm not.
Just like on this show, loser.
Do you know what?
Are
I've
we
only got
ready?
One, I think, so far.
Okay, are we ready for sound number 6?
Go for it.
I need you to tell me who... I need you to tell me what that is.
Yeah, easily.
Just to let you know, for number 5, I forgot to tell you there is 2 points.
Been busy yourself by the looks of it, but then he always was a sucker for blondes.
Who is that and what are they from? 2 points for that one, please. So,
Okay.
I could give you 3 answers there.
oh,
Move on.
just
seriously.
get
Who
over
is he?
yourself, honestly.
I'm a radio presenter. Ooh.
Sound number 7. What is that? Do you want to hear
I
it?
know that as well.
Do you want to
I
hear
know
that
Can we have
again?
that again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was really pleased with myself when I got that, when I found that. Really pleased with myself because I think that's a really tricky one. Right, sound number 8. I need you to tell me, what is this from?
Don't think you really gave a lot on question number 7, on number 6.
Say again.
You You didn't give a lot of sound on number 6. You kind of went, oh, here it is, and it came on and then it went.
Right, do you want it again?
Well, I'd love to, please.
Well, shut up then. That's all I'm giving you. Right. Sound number 8. I'll be ready.
Fatality.
One more time.
Fatality.
What is that from? Do you want it again?
Yes,
Can I have a
please.
guillotine?
One more time.
Fatality.
Ooh.
Oh, I don't know.
That's a bit. That's a trick. Oh, you're not so confident now, are you, Mr. Cocky Darren? Right, number
Yeah, Cocky
9.
Darren.
Number 9.
Yeah.
What is this from?
Yeah, Cocky Darren.
Yeah, easily.
Cocky Darren.
I think that one's quite easy. Right, number 10. We've got 2 points for this one. I can need you to tell me what it is from and who it is for 2 points. Are we ready?
We're ready. Let's go for it.
Roger, darling. I want you to know I love you.
Who is this? What is it from?
Roger, darling. I want you to know I love you.
It sounds like something from a Freeview.
Yeah,
As
no.
ever, tune in.
Yeah.
91 567 125.
Bow chicka wow wow, that type of stuff. Bow
Come and see
chicka.
me shake it 5 times.
So there we are. There are our 10 sounds for this week's Darren versus Damien. We will be right back with the answers.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damien on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
The lights have gone red. Have you noticed? The lights have gone red. Look, tension.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Lights,
I noticed
lights
that.
have gone red.
Yeah, now you're a light jock.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
tell ya.
Tell ya.
Ugh.
It's amazing. Right. So, those are our 10. Are we ready for the answers?
Can't wait. Can't wait. Tell me more.
Excited.
Blimey, Damien, you just blew my eardrums out on that one then. Right, you're not...
Abbas has gone, by the way. Didn't want to listen. Thought it was awful. Went. See you later. Thanks, Abbas.
Right, number 1. Who is this?
Aha!
Darren.
That is Alan Partridge from Knowing Me, Knowing You, otherwise known as his real name, Steve Coogan.
Damien.
Steve Coogan, Alan Partridge, Alpha Papa.
1 point each. Right, number 2.
Ding 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 ding.
Damien.
this.
Well, yeah, but I went to you first last time. Stop butting in. Damien.
Oh, do you know what? You are like a grown baby with your little bald head and your
I
little
wanna
bit-
see-
Oh, I'm a little baby.
Damien, the answer, please.
Getting a right on my nerves you are tonight. Keep butting me out. If you keep butting me out, I tell you, you'll see a different side to me.
Damien.
Right, Crazy Frog.
Come on, you cowboy.
Darren, well, did you have the same?
I had the same. Also, his real name was
Nobody
Wes, who did the chart
cares.
show briefly from Radio 1.
Nobody cares. Right,
Just saying.
number 3. Darren.
That was the Flintstones.
Damien.
That was the Flintstones.
Good, we are all equal at the moment. Right, number 4.
Do you mind telling me what this is all about, mister?
Damien.
That was James
Come on.
Bond.
No. Darren.
I don't know that. That was really hard. And he's going to
sounds-
get it. I'll cock him at fee.
It sounds very 70s or early 80s. I'm going to go with somebody from. It sounds like something from the Hulk, original Hulk TV series. Am I vaguely right?
You are not. You are about 10 years out. That is from the original series of To Boldly Go Where No One Has Gone Before. That is Captain Kirk.
Oh, I can hear him and I can see his little quiff. Oh,
Do you mind telling me what this is all about, mister?
There you go. That was Captain Kirk.
brilliant.
Wow.
Love it.
Right,
Very
number
good.
5. 2 points for this one. Can you tell me who this is? Can you tell me what it is from?
Been busy yourself by the looks of it, but then he always was a sucker for blondes.
Darren.
That is the legend That is Peggy Mitchell, Babs Winders.
Damien?
Yeah, I've got Peggy Mitchell, EastEnders.
I knew you'd both again. Right, you are both equal at the moment. So, right, number 6. What is this? Who did I go to last? Damien. You. Damien.
That is the absolute infamous Farming News.
No, good answer though, but no, it's not.
Gardener's World.
Darren.
Remember that? I reckon it sounds a lot like the theme from Doc Martin.
No, it is actually the introduction for DreamWorks films.
Of course it is.
Do you know what? That was pretty good, actually. Yeah, I like that.
It's a really nice little bit of music as well. So yeah, that was the DreamWorks introduction. Yeah, I like that. I'm happy with myself on this one. Right, number 7. What is this? Darren.
Is it something to do with Jurassic Park?
What is it to do with
I've not
Jurassic
seen the
Park?
films, but I can just. Sorry, you know I've not seen the films.
Damien,
so-
what is your answer? Genuinely, what was your answer?
That is.
What?
What one we on again? Number 8?
Number 7.
Number 7. I've gone for Red Dwarf.
No.
it's
You're
not.
wrong. Do you know what, Darren? I'm going to give you a point.
What?
Get out of it.
It is the theme song to Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, hold on a second. What I don't like about that is because I just saw a little hand then, just like a little hand that came through to the side, and it was Barbara. That trollop, she's there again, and she's just handed him a little note with a little hand and gone, "Here we go, Darren.
Well, she was disgusted in the way that you got awarded a point for I had the same answer to the Wallace and Gromit one last week.
Are
There
we-
is
are we
no
all
way
equal
you would
now?
have got Jurassic Park.
Are we
Absolutely no
all
way.
equal? Right, good. See, that was Jurassic Park. So well done, Darren. I'm going to give you a point for that one. Right, number 8.
I've won this week.
What
Sorry?
is this from?
Fatality.
Either of you? Any of you?
Doctor
That
Who?
one? No. Think
Oh.
of a computer game.
Move on.
Darren?
Can I have a clue?
No. You're not going to get a point if you have a clue. I'll give you. So it was the rival to Street Fighter,
Oh, never seen it. I don't know. Okay,
Mortal Kombat.
wouldn't know.
No.
Ah,
no,
right, okay.
no,
It is
no.
the bit. Do you know Mortal Kombat, the video game? It's the bit where you
Yeah.
you finish them off and it comes up and it goes at the end of it. If you do a fatality, it goes
Fatality.
fatality.
Which what happens? What do they do?
They kill them basically.
No. But what's the end? What do they do? You said
A
something. there.
fatality.
No. Before that, you said something out. When they do what to them?
Finish them off.
You didn't. Pardon?
Finish them off.
Welcome to the Unnamed Podcast. We're broadcasting live on Facebook. And
Shake
on
hard
Twitch.
for 10 seconds.
Right, number 9. What is this from? Easy. Both of you
Very
together,
easy.
please.
Excuse me. Sorry, I've just seen something come up on a feed there.
Yeah, I have as well. From Kaz, thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you for that, Kaz. You made us all laugh there.
Right.
Finish him. Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yes.
Yes,
Darren.
yes. It was actually the part where he says, "Right, okay, let's play for the next amount of money."
It is. Well done. You're not getting an extra point. Right. So we are. Let's just quickly count up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, 7, 6. Darren, you are on 7. Damien, you are on 6.
It's all in the last one.
The next one is worth 2 points. Can you tell me who this is and what it is from?
Roger, darling. I want you to know I love you.
Damien.
Casino Royale and
No.
James Bond.
No.
No. Why have I got Fly to the Navigator in my head? Probably. I don't know. Is it Fly to the Navigator?
No, good film though, but no, it's not.
Yeah.
That was
Roger, darling, I want you to know I love you.
Jessica Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit.
Wow.
She had great legs.
She did have very good legs, actually. I quite agree with you for an animated character.
One of the few cartoons I fancied.
So, as it stands at the moment, Darren is this week's winner with 7 points. Damien is this week's loser with 6. However, 5 extra points are up for grabs. So, we carry this over from last week. I'm going to play you the clip twice. Can you tell me who is this? I'll play the clip twice. You then have week. I'm going to play you the clip twice. Can you tell me who is this? I'll play the clip twice. You then have 13 seconds to think about the answer.
Good. That's good. Good. That's good.
Darren.
I haven't got anything at all, honestly. Oh, sorry. Is it? No, I haven't got anything. Sorry.
Damien.
Now, I think I said this last week, and I'm going to go for it. And if I did, then it's wrong. But I said it last week, and I'm going to go for it again. I think it might be Whoopi Goldberg.
You said that last week, and no, it's
You
not.
had that last week. Sister, I had that as well last week.
I will give you.
All right.
I will give you a
you
clue.
had that last week. I clearly wasn't listening, was I?
I will give you a clue. It is not a woman. It is not a woman. One more time.
Good. That's good.
There we go. So it is currently 2-0 to 2-0. It is currently 2-0 to Darren. Am I right in that? Was that right? Did Damien win last week? I've forgotten.
Sorry, I'm just reeling over the revelation that that's not a woman. Okay.
It's not a woman. It's your first clue on that one.
I know who that is.
Oh, save till next week then.
Oh no, don't.
Save till next week. That was Darren versus Damien.
It's time for the never-ending highlight of the show. Fight to the end. That is Darren versus Damien on the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
Good. Do you enjoy that?
That's good.
Thank you, Kaz, for your comment on there. That was very funny and very well timed. So we're going to do the outro for the end of part 1, and then we will be right back with the start of part 2. This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast live. Right, I'm going to play this. So that's it for the first half of the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. Thank you so much for listening. Darren versus Damien was very interesting. Highlight for me of the first half is this.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
I do like that clip. That will be kept on the jingle page for future use, along with the sickness one as well. So that is it for the first half of the podcast. We will be right back after this, where we have our top 5, and this week it is top 5 sitcoms. Don't go anywhere. Carry on listening. This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
It works for Clarkson, May and Hammond. We're not quite sure it works for Antrobus, Lee and Barstow. But they're doing it anyway. You're listening to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.
And there we are, ladies and gentlemen. That's the first half done in 46 minutes. Nice one, people. That was nice and quick. Well done. If you are listening, thank you so much for the people watching. What?
I thought he's frozen.
Thank you very much for the people watching at the moment.
I couldn't do it. Oh, dearie me.
So yeah,
I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
I thought you got an internet drop out there, don't you?
Is that? Thank you for the people watching on Facebook Live and on YouTube and also on Twitch as well. Much appreciate you joining us for the fun and games we are having tonight. If you're enjoying it, drop us a message. You can find the website find the website theasyetUnnamedpodcast.uk. You find all the information and all the previous shows on there as well. If you haven't subscribed to the actual podcast, please do subscribe to the podcast. You can get us on Apple, Google, and Spotify and all the main podcast apps. Search for the As Yet Unnamed Podcast on there and you will find us. Click on subscribe, have a listen to the full show every week because it's a lot of fun.
Has Babs turned up at your place? Damo.
She's a quick driver, isn't she?
She was with me earlier.
And me.
I tell you, that woman likes to be... Yeah, good.
Yeah.
How are you, Babs? She's a great girl. I've just suddenly got the giggles. Brilliant.
When I know what happened. She was with
What's
me
that?
earlier and she heard your story about the toy that was found in the attic. And she said, I'm off. I'm going to see Damien. See you later.
She did. She wanted to get right in that loft. I tell you, bless you.
I do like
So-
this. I do like this clip.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Just going to play this one more time.
Unbelievable.
It's the last one.
Just
I didn't realise it was that aggressive.
terrible. Just for the benefit of people who haven't listened before, one of the premises of this show that we like to do is our top 5. Now, every week, our producer Barbara hands us an envelope. We haven't got a clue what's in it. And each week we have to select our top 5 at a certain subject. So far, we've had top 10, top 5 TV programs, top 5 toys, not those types of toys, although that could be a show for maybe our late night version. And we've had our top 5 animated films. Last week was a very interesting one. Mr. Barstow, what was it?
Animated films.
It was. So we
Yes.
opened an envelope and...
That was awkward.
It was awkward because, let's be honest, out of all of the cartoons that you could choose from and animated films, we kind of held on and we were thinking, Darren's going to do this. This is going to be the one where we all agree. And what did he choose?
Fantasia.
Fantasia. Little brooms.
I could not believe the audacity of you pair, both of you, just walking out, leaving me hanging. I'm like, what am I doing here?
It was funny, though.
There is going to be on our brand new website, incidentally, which no doubt Ian will tell us about a little bit later on, there will be highlights from previous top 5s that you can listen back to. And it's well worth it because I get some stick.
Deservedly so, I have to say.
But these are our top 5s, so they're personal to us.
Yeah, but they're still rubbish.
Anyway,
Anyway,
I'm gonna surprise you today with this one.
Darren, you had Grease 2 in yours. I mean, whoever chooses
That was the very
Grease 2?
first one.
Yeah, never forgotten. Never forgotten.
Never forgotten.
Right, okay, so let's get on with the second half of the podcast recording. Again, thank you very much if you're watching on Facebook and YouTube and Twitch. Hope you're enjoying the show. And we will carry on now with part 2. Are we ready, people?
We're ready. Let's go.
Good. Good evening. Done it again, haven't I?
Look, it's every time
I know.
it starts a
Every
segment.
single time. It's
Every time.
just bad.
That's why you're not in radio anymore. Sorry.
I'm not in radio because they hire people like you. The talent's not that high, is it?
That's harsh.
Really, there's no need for that, is
No,
there?
I know.
Jeez.
No.
The way you're going, you'll both be working for me.
Never, ever will I work for you. I've worked with you before, and that was bad enough.
We had a chat about that the other day.
We did.
Didn't
We need to have a better chat about that as well.
We do, yeah.
There's a
Maybe
lot-
we can do it over samosas, just you and ourselves, and maybe wear a dressing gown, and we can have a fluffy cat, and I can stroke it.
You did a lot of that, or some of the people did.
Oh,
So anyway, right, let's get on with this. Welcome back to the second half of the As Yet Unnamed podcast. I am Ian Barstow. We are joined by Damien Lee and Mr. Darren Antrobus as well. Hello, both of you. Welcome back to the second half of the show.
Move on.
What? What?
Damien's seen that. I'm gonna have to do that again. Oh, blimey! Thank you, Anthony.
What's happened?
Stop picking on small people. The best things come in small packages.
Is this Anthony Longdon Kirk, by the way?
It is, yes.
Oh, he's one of my listeners. Hello, Anthony. You're right. He's a good friend of mine. Good lad.
He's the listener. Anyway, right, let's do that again quickly. Welcome back to the second half of the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. My name is Ian Barstow, joined by Damien Lee and Darren Antrobus. Don't forget to check out the website. It's all the W's, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. You can find us on Twitter at As Yet Unnamed Pod, and you can find us on Facebook as well. Just search for the As Yet Unnamed Podcast. If you want to get in contact with us, please do so via Twitter or the Facebook or the website. We do like to hear from our listeners, wherever you are in the world. Right, in the second half, we always do our top 5. This week, we are doing top 5 sitcoms. Could be interesting. I'm intrigued, actually, about who's going to pick what. So, changing things up, I'm going to start with Darren.
Ooh, this is a treat. Okay, so it's top 5 sitcoms from me. I'm sure you're going to be surprised in these. So we're going to start, obviously, with number 5, and it's a classic, and it's a classic that's got a lot of classic scenes in there. I prefer the seasons of this particular sitcom where it's not the original cast. They change one of the older members because one sadly passed away. A lot of people on TikTok have been recreating some of the scenes.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant. Possibly the funniest scene in television history.
In fact, I think it was voted the most iconic comedy scene in British comedy.
Now, do you know what, Darren? Sorry to just interject. It's all right for Tintin to shake his little lead up there. Go,
I cannot believe he does not like.
I can't believe it.
I didn't say I don't. I didn't say I don't like it. It's just not in my top 5. It's nowhere near my top 5.
So why is it not in your top 5?
Because I don't particularly rate it as much as you two do.
Well, why don't you say what it is, Darren, for our lovely listeners and the people watching? What's your number 5?
It's Only Fools and Horses.
No income tax, no VAT, no money back, no guarantee.
Black or white, rich or
poor.
Yeah.
Good.
Anyway,
great program.
See, I'm surprised that's your number 5. I was expecting you to have that as one of your picks, but I thought that.
Yeah, get ready for the other 4.
It slid down. There's a pattern here. It
did what?
Down the list.
It did what?
It slid.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Slid down.
Stop it! It slid down the list because
did it finish off?
It's easily accessible.
Oh, it's getting worse now.
Right. Because we can watch it anytime. You'll notice as we go further up my chart that the ones further up the chart.
I tell you, it's like a walking innuendo this week.
Are harder to come by.
That was a whole monologue of filth.
I'll tell you what, when you go further off and I finish him off, and to be honest, I'm a bit harder. I'm sorry, I've not been out for a while, but I'm going to go and watch a 15-minute preview.
Dear God.
There's
so the reason, it is. So the reason why I like Only Fools and Horses is simply because of the whole package of, Rodney, Del Boy. Trigger for me is my favorite character because the subtle and dryness. I saw an interview with Nicholas Lyndhurst that said that Roger Lloyd Pack, who played Trigger, the way he played it was that he thought he was absolutely spot on with everything he said, but everybody else was in the normal world. See what I'm getting at there?
Yeah.
Trigger.
Dave.
Dave. One of my favorite lines is when Mike from the Nag's Head said, "Well, they're naming the baby," and Rodney said, "Well, if it's a girl, Sigourney after an actress, Sigourney Weaver. Right? If it's a boy, naming it Dave after Rodney." And he thought there's nothing wrong with that.
And the broom as well. The broom.
Why
don't you just get a new broom.
Yeah.
For me, Darren, that is a great choice. I think Only Fools and Horses, but it also had quite a bit of pathos in it as well.
I don't know what that means. You've been clever again.
Number 4, Darren.
No, can you go back? Mr. Lee, what does pathos Isn't that a place in Cyprus?
It's
I've
just
just got
pathos.
giggles. Pathos means where it's a drama, but it has a little bit of where it's a comedy, but it has some drama and sentimental bits as well. So, like,
Okay, you're boring me now. You think you're a school teacher.
Listen, when he's at the
Okay, so
window
number
with the baby-
4. So number 4.
Rude.
You with your Brokeback Mountain shirt. Who do you think you are?
It was bareback earlier.
Oh, we're not getting on that one again. So number 4, I was only introduced to this.
What
by
was that? So I'm
accident
sorry. What was? We're not going to.
What?
That's about it. You were meant to say we're not going back to that again, and you went not going to that.
Did that not come across?
No, it sort of went.
Not at all.
It sort of went.
No
We're not.
idea
We're
what
not.
you
We're not
said.
going.
Sorry. I thought I said it right. Oh, I don't know. Don't care.
Right, number 4, Darren. Number 4.
Okay, number 4. I was introduced by my other half to this quite late on. In fact, I didn't really get into this until it had finished and it was all over. For me, again, the characters are not the characters it's written around. It's written by 2 of the finest UK writers that are best of friends, set in Wales.
Oh, you.
Right. So, my number 4 is, I'd rather call it the Uncle Bryn series, but it's not. It's
Oh,
Gavin and Stacey.
fantastic.
Uncle
You know
Bryn
what?
by far, and we still
Amazing,
need to know
amazing.
a lot of little things in the series. So we don't know about the fishing trip, and we still don't know. Owen, before you ask, what was it again? Before you ask, no, I haven't, or something like that.
Yeah, it's you've annoyed me now because that was my number 1 pick. I'm gonna have to
You can
change
still have it,
it.
can't
No,
you?
I can't because you need to build up to number 1. Anyway, so yeah, I adore Gavin and Stacey. I think it's absolutely brilliant. I thought the comedy, the Christmas special this year was just sublime. Was just really, really good, and it was the highest rated scripted program on British TV for the last 10 years. 17.1 million people watched the last episode, and I shouted at the TV when they didn't talk about the fishing trip again, and
Yes, you
also
did. Yeah.
when it ended after she got down and asked him to marry him, and then it was like it just
They
stopped.
can't leave it like that. You cannot leave that like that.
Amazing program. They actually filmed that as well in the summer, and they had to
Yeah.
pretend they were freezing, and all kind of in winter jumpers and all things like that. It was fantastic. Good night, Angel. Sorry, my daughter's just what.
Oh.
See you in the morning. Love you lots. Okay.
Good night.
Sweet dreams, babe. Good night. See you later. Sorry, you're having no money. No. Good night. Bye-bye, darling. See you later. Oh, and you. Oh, sorry, I've got more than one. Oh, yeah. You're right. It's 9 o'clock, man.
The late night.
Any
for your kids.
chores? No nights. See you later. Bye-bye.
Bless.
There they go. Off they go.
Oh.
Say good night.
I watch every single Christmas without fail. I will watch the 2 Christmas specials for Gavin and Stacey because they always show them on Gold. When they do their Christmas from December, 1st of December onwards, I will watch those 2 episodes, the 2 specials, and
They have very quickly become the new Only Fools and Horses of Christmas specials, haven't they?
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Do you know what, Darren? I tip my hat to you, sir. You may look like a giant hairy baby, but that was actually one of the best choices. I salute you, sir.
Everybody needs an Uncle Bryn in their lives.
Everyone does. Everyone
my
does.
favorite line from the whole of that show is when on the Christmas special, when they knock on the door. Excuse me. When they knock on next door, and the old woman comes out, and she goes, "To be honest, I'm absolutely. I am. I love it.
Doris,
absolutely,
Doris.
It is one of the best lines. It's every single time.
Such a good show. Such a good
Incidentally,
show.
just getting back to Gavin and Stacey before we move on, there's a bit more I need to say about it. We went to see, when we first met, me and my other half, we went to see the set, where it was filmed in Barry.
Yes, I've been to Barry as well.
Yeah. The most shocking thing is the shipman's house is round the corner in Wales. It's not actually in Essex.
No, no, it's not.
And we were like, oh, that's not fair. that's just ruined it.
It's called TV Magic.
I know it is, but it's very good.
Yeah, really, really good. Right, good choice. You've annoyed me because it was my number 1. Right, go
Very
on.
good
Number
choice.
3,
that
please,
was.
Darren.
Very good choice.
The next one, number 3, is a 90s TV sitcom
He's gonna pick up
on
mine.
BBC One, and the star of it became a star because of this TV series quite late on in his life by being a grumpy old man.
Absolute arse.
And the TV theme was sung by Eric Idle, and Annette Crosby was his long-suffering wife. But the final episode as well made me cry.
I don't know this one. I'm intrigued.
Grumpy... Oh, I don't believe it. You don't know what this is.
One Foot in the Grave.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah. I haven't got.
Was it on BBC Two?
No, BBC One.
Right.
I haven't got a lot to say about it really, but it's just a nice, good safety watch. And I never watched it properly in the 90s because I was far too young for it. But whenever it's on, it's always it's on. It stays on then.
I really like it. I love the bit when he picks the dog up as the phone.
Brilliant.
That one.
That's not my
Can I
favourite
just
bit.
say the people who watch this and are watching, they've so got the same humour as us.
Mrs. Slocum's pussy. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
indeed.
I know.
Fantastic. I love our listeners. Brilliant. Yeah.
What's happening?
Sorry, it's just
I haven't got notifications on.
it's Colin on Facebook. So, but don't forget, are you being served? And Mrs. Slocum's pussy. Well, that's what it is. That's the joke. It's not rude. Mrs. Slocum's pussy.
Right, okay. So number 2 is one that, again, you'll notice now that these next 2 for my top 2 slots are very hard to come by. They're very difficult to find.
Can I just say now, Darren? Okay,
What?
this is where during the show, right? And I've got to say it. You're with us at the moment, and for the first time in 8 weeks, you've got the respect of the nation. YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. You're doing so well. We're with you on a journey, and we love
You
these
said that
choices.
about my 80s films until I brought out Moonwalker. Then you walked
Please
off.
do not ruin it in these last 2 because
Okay.
please do it for us this week for me and
ready?
Ian.
Are you ready then?
Number 2.
Number 2.
Okay.
Number 2, a rarity. It's never been, not to my knowledge, ever been rerun. It stars one of a family of brothers. It also stars a well-known lady actress from 60s and 70s movies. She was in a Bond film, in the black and white Bond
I know what
film
you're going to say.
many years ago.
I know what you're
It
going to
was
say.
a handyman, and it was all a case of will they or won't they? What is it, Damien?
It's also got Linda Carter from EastEnders in it.
Yes, Kelly Bright.
I don't know what this
It is the upper hand.
It is the upper hand. Do you remember that, Ian?
No, I have to be honest. I don't remember the upper hand.
Darren, do you know what? The upper hand, will they, won't they? Then they got together and it was awful. But do you know
Yes.
what? That, again, sir, tonight, I think me and you need to, maybe we could go to Stratford on the Swans and feed the ducks together. Because that, my friend,
I'm
I
not going
salute
underwater with you. You'd push me in. Anyway, the upper hand, I believe, was based on an American sitcom of the same sort of thing, but I don't know what it was called.
No, I don't. That doesn't ring a bell with me at all. I've just looked at the
Joe
pictures.
McGann.
Yeah, I recognise
Doctor
him
Who.
in there, but I don't know what.
No, that was Paul McGann, wasn't it?
Yes.
Sorry,
Yeah.
that was his brother.
I say,
Wrong one.
there's quite a few brothers that are actors, aren't there? I think?
Yeah,
Yes.
one's in Hollyoaks. Is Tony's dad.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Oh,
That was really good, actually. I'm really impressed with you.
Yeah.
Don't ruin it now, because you're on a
Okay.
roll. So don't be coming out with something, please.
Number 1 is very much my sense of humour. Really
You're going to ruin it then, aren't you?
Really, really sarcastic. It was 2 actors. One of the actors, in fact, both actors, comedy actors, weren't known for doing comedy acting. One was a stand-up comedian, and recently, in the past 10 years or so, a quiz show host. One of them was a a thespian kind of stage grand actor. But they teamed up with this, and the way they played each other off was really sarcastic, really funny.
Sorry,
I think
the way they did what? Sorry?
played each other off.
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
I haven't seen it since it was first shown. I was at school when it was first on BBC One. It was a bit like Fawlty Towers when they only did a few episodes or seasons.
Darren, I'd love to say we've got another 10 choices yet, man. Just, do you know what? Maybe tell us
They
what
only
it
did
is.
like 2 or 3 series of it anyway. It was something starring Jasper Carrott and Robert Powell. Do you remember The Detectives? Don't believe it. They're off again. How do you not know the Detectives? Very, very funny. Really
Barbara,
funny
can
program.
you do me a favour? Can you look at the contracts? Because he comes out every single time with his I know. He's there all the time and it's great. The detectives. Barbara, I know. He looks like a potato with hair on it, I know.
He coming back or what? Come on then. Anyway, The Detectives is my number one. Classic, very, very funny, very sarcastic. They don't take themselves too seriously, and just brilliantly written.
Right, I've just spoken to Barbara as well. A little conference call there. Damien.
Do you know what? Don't even
remember this?
start there. We've got one of our lovely listeners now, and I tip my hat to him because he's a very talented, wonderful man. But Paul Burgess, who's watching live now, do not agree with this man who is a man-child, who has a beard,
done,
but
Paul.
he's really 3. Stop it now. Terrible.
Do you know? Have you never seen it?
I've seen it, yeah, but it's not in the top 5. Oh, what's that?
It's hilarious. It's really sarcastic.
You were all right. You were all right until that last one. And in fact, well, the last
Every
two, 'cause
week.
I don't know the upper hand, so I can't really comment on that one.
Every week. You could have had anything. Anything.
Right, are you ready for mine? Because I know I'm going to get you're going to be annoyed at some of these.
These are going to be
Oh,
like
no.
student things from the 90s, aren't they?
These
Like,
are going to be arty-farty.
No.
yeah, like the Mighty Boosh.
At number 5 for me, originally created for radio in 1992, first appeared on BBC One in February of 2011, written and starring Brandon O'Carroll, and
I
a
know
very
what this
much family affair. It is the first
Yeah.
2 series, I'll be honest with you on this one, of Mrs. Brown's Boys.
Yeah,
good,
and do you know what? The critics hate it. The critics
Absolutely,
hate
they
it, but
do.
every year it smashes it in the ratings. And to be fair, Mrs. Brown's got good legs.
She has.
Actually, it harks back to the original kind of the old days of drag acts. Like Les
does.
Dennis,
And
Les
it's
Dawson,
very-
that sort of thing.
What I like about it as well is the fact that it includes some of the bloopers and some of the bits that go wrong. When she walks out into the set and she talks to the crew and all of that fourth wall stuff, I like it when people do that. I was looking into this today and I knew that it was a family affair with the people in it. So it is written and stars Brendan O'Carroll. The woman that plays Winnie, his next door neighbour, is his sister. Kathy, his daughter, is actually his wife in real life. Buster is his son in real life. Maria is his daughter in real life. Trevor, the priest, is the son-in-law. Betty, the daughter, is a daughter-in-law. Bono is her grandson, is his grandson. And Rory is a friend of the family. You couldn't get more intertwined and close than just literally giving your family jobs.
What about Grandad?
I don't know. Grandad's not related.
Oh, no. Oh, dear. It's a bit like this show, though, because Darren and I are long lost. We're related because Darren, of course, originates from an ape.
Wow.
So, he resembles an ape.
Trying to find your way to go with this, aren't you, Damien? Anyway, I'm going to rescue you because you don't know which way to go with it. But going back to Mrs. Brown Boys, very, very funny, very, very good. I thought, please don't shoot me down for this, but I thought Brendan Carroll was gay. I didn't realise. Something in me. I read it somewhere.
What? Because he's in drag?
No, not that at all. No. I thought he was. No.
Good evening. This is a customer announcement and also a complaints department here on the As Yet Unnamed podcast. We don't stereotype and we don't perceive race, sexuality. Please contact this
It's
number
just
now.
something I thought anyway, but obviously I was wrong. But yeah, very, very funny.
So that was my number 5. At number 4, I'm not sure if either of you will have watched this, and that's not to say that it's highbrow, because it's definitely not, but it is about politics. Written by Armando Luigi, something like that.
I know what this is.
First out in 2005, stars Peter
I know what this
Capaldi
is.
as Malcolm Tucker. It is The Thick of It, which is absolutely brilliant.
Oh, Darren, can you imagine
I've
it?
got a takeaway there going cold. Can I go and have it?
Can you imagine it?
Free?
Oh, Bruno, come on. Why don't we sit in the living room, get ourselves ready? We've just listened to Question Time and watch the thick of it.
Have you actually ever watched it?
It is potentially, if there was a list, it would be on a list that goes in the bin.
I'm going to stereotype now. Ian, I bet you drink Ovaltine, don't you?
I bet he listens to the Archers as well.
I can't drink Ovaltine because it's full of gluten. So you're being you sort of being against my illness because I'm gluten free and I'm celiac, so I can't have Ovaltine. And whatever you said, Damien, is wrong. Anyway, that was my number 4, The Thick of It. If you haven't watched it, I would recommend you do watch it because it is very
rubbish.
Good. It's not. It is really funny. Really funny. Right, at number 3 is another one that I've had to change because Darren's nicked my One Foot in the Grave, which is going to be number 3. So at number 3 for me, starring Mackenzie Crook and Toby Jones. Yeah, either of you know who those are? Those bastions of British actors. It was on BBC 4 called The Detectives. Got that wrong. Called The Detectorists. Not the detectives, the detectorists. No?
So number 2, what's number 2 then?
So honestly, it's a really good show. It's proper funny comedy.
Damien, are you free? Maybe sometime in September I'll pop down for a...
How's the weather near you? It's
fish and chip
like,
supper.
just for the benefit of the podcast, Ian, if you can edit in some tumbleweeds at this bit for me, if you make a note of tumbleweeds for this section of the podcast.
Tumbleweed sound effect brackets.
Yeah.
At number 2, you heathens. So running for 14 years, and I watch this every single Christmas along with Gavin and Stacey. I watch the specials without fail. Still makes me laugh. Written by the late Carolyn Ahern and Craig Cash. It is my arse. It's the royal family.
Amazing.
Good choice.
Brilliant show. And we've all sat on those settees and we've all had conversations about programs. That is such a good show.
That's a bit like the original Gogglebox, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is. Well, she narrated Gogglebox before she sadly passed away. And obviously now Craig Cash narrates
Brilliant show. And it was one of those as well that you kind of... I remember I used to go around to one of my exes and that's what happened. We'd sit down and the family would be there. All right, Dave. All right. And how's everything going? I'm all right. And it was just a brilliant show. And when she had the baby and Jim Royal started to cry, oh my goodness.
Baby David.
The actors in that were amazing. Such a great show. And that doesn't get the recognition it should because it was amazing.
The Christmas specials are brilliant. I watch them every single year and every single year I laugh at them. I love the bit when they've got the turkey in the bath and they're trying to defrost it when they go around the house for Christmas dinner.
Absolutely brilliant. Really good choice that. That was so much better than the
You also get some really, 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 really serious and sad bits. The Queen of Sheba.
Pathos.
Pathos, thanks. The Queen of Sheba, when the Nan dies, is one of the most heart-wrenching bits of TV you will see on any programme. It's so beautifully written. Royal Family. I absolutely love it. I can watch it again and again.
I'd like to think that the actual royal family, are similar to them and all of us. How they sit.
Well, we've said this before, haven't we?
Yeah,
we talked about this. That one of Ian's earlier choices, the Mrs. Brown's Boys, the Queen apparently spoke to the BBC and had the entire season before it went live sent to her, and it's meant to be one of her favourites.
I can understand that. I always think the royal family have probably got a really, 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 really good sense of humour.
Yeah, I love the Queen
because they're mega rich. They don't have to worry about anything, and they just get paid to to walk around and shake hands.
The Queen's ace. And do you know what? I've actually just, funnily enough, you say that. It's actually on our live feed now. Hi, she's called me Daniel. Actually, it's Damien. Rude. Hi, Daniel, and she's called you. She's actually called you David Bellamy. She thinks you're quite hairy, and she's called you Julian Clary, so that's quite nice. She said, loving listening to the show. Just to let you know, I don't like Vesa, anything arsey farty. Yours sincerely, Liz. Beautiful. AKA Brackets the Queen. Love her. Listen to the show every week. Every week. There you go. I like that one, eh? Don't let us down. You're onto a roll now, son.
That's getting cut.
There's only one out of your lot so far, so can you make it 2?
Right, my number 1, which was changed because Darren nicked Gavin and Stacey from me, so I'm a late entry at number 1 for me. It only ever aired 8 episodes, set in a bed and breakfast.
Good
starring
choice, sir.
Mr. John Cleese.
Very good.
It is, of course, Fawlty Towers.
Very good, sir. Can't believe they ever did that many episodes, and he hit it with a tree. It was amazing. Probably couldn't be shown now, but
I think,
it was
I think
amazing.
it's banned for a number of reasons now. But
yeah,
if you can, you can't stream it anywhere. But if you've got it on DVD, you can watch it at home. Don't stop watching it. It is brilliant.
It is. It is so funny, and it's such a clever show. So well written.
Didn't he go cocky then, Darren? Did you say he sort of leant back and he went, "Do you know what? At the end of the day, it's on DVD and it's on YouTube, and you can download it. I mean, why not just listen to it?"
It is fantastic.
I looked at him and he was just listen to it. Why don't you?
Questionable. And now I know this is controversial, and some of our viewers and listeners might disagree with this, but by far, for me, in my humble opinion, for what it's worth, the best thing that John Cleese ever did above Monty Python. Visually hilarious.
Right, good. Okay. Darren Antrobus, you can listen to him with his views and his tips on life and how to have a ideal hairy beard with a large potato head. Every morning he's live on
Right then, Damien, come on, your top 5, please.
Okie dokie.
Oh, these are going to be so camp and entertaining.
No,
aren't they?
these are quite. Do you know what? They're quite different, and I didn't go for the huge because these are things that make me laugh. So they're not anything like Ian's. So number 5 started in October 2006, and it was set in an apartment in a flat, and it was a bit trendy. And then they changed it completely to more of a family sitcom. It starred a stand-up comedian.
Can I say what it is?
No, let him finish, Darren.
And they've still made 3 more. They've commissioned 3 more seasons.
Oh, brilliant!
It's fantastic. It's now gone a little bit like The Family. However, it's still great. And Lee Mack cracks me up. It is not going out.
Yeah, mate, that very nearly made my top 5, but I ditched it for the upper hand.
Yeah, not many people. Sorry, that's terrible because it's really popular, but it's not on people's list, and it has some laugh out loud moments as well. Because Lee Mack is just fantastic.
I do actually. Wait,
sorry.
I do actually like it. No, I think it is a good show. It's not. I don't laugh out loud at it, but I do enjoy it. And I think the live one they did was risky, but also very well done as well. They did a live version of it.
Because on a par, because obviously what makes you laugh out loud, Ian, is when you tune in every weekend when you're in your pants and you listen to and you watch the
Detectorists. I can say it now.
The Detectorists, when I used to play with my protractor.
Damo.
Yes.
Tim Vine, who was in.
Oh, I miss him in it. Miss him in it.
He was brilliant with his one-liners in there.
So good. And he didn't he get a Guinness Book of Records for like the most one-liners or something like that?
I don't know, but Lee Mack and Tim Vine work very good together. Who's in it now? Who plays the Tim Vine?
It's the guy who was in. It's another one like My Family. What's his name?
Huey.
Hugh Dennis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hugh Dennis. That's the one.
Yes. Yeah. I don't think I caught this not long ago. The new version in the family situation. It was very good, but I don't think Hugh Dennis brought anything to the series.
No. So thank you for liking that.
Do you watch Would I Lie to You?
Yes. Yeah.
Lee Mack in that is just brilliant.
I love how he's really aggressive towards Rob Ryan's impressions.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's doing Ken Bruce again.
Yeah, it's so good. So good. So that's my number 5. Number 4 is a bit of a similar one to where Darren went, and I kind of got into my time capsule and went back in time a little bit. So this was originally on from 1987 is when it started, and it ran till 1993, which I can't believe. I was 13 when this ended. It had Lisa Tarbuck in it.
Oh, okay.
It had Brenda Wilson.
Who?
And it had Malcolm Speechley as well. And it was all about a woman who was from Liverpool. And it was about a guy that was a bird watcher. And the TV theme tune was about a chip. It was Watching. And
Yes.
Darren, you know,
Yes.
Watching. It
From
was
Liverpool.
there.
Yeah.
Exactly. No, who's just said Heidi High. It wasn't Heidi High. No. So it was
Again, I don't know
Watching.
what that one.
Where?
I don't know
I've got
what
so
that
many
one
questions
was.
about that TV series. So many questions.
Yeah, it was Will They Won't They again.
Yeah.
The base of it is because she was really kind of some
80s.
would say like quite working class, and she was fantastic. She had all her hair, and she met this guy who was a bird watcher. The family were very well to do. It was a great show.
Was there a big part of the series where he drove a motorbike and she sat in the sidecar with goggles on?
She
Is
did.
that...
Yeah. No, you're right. So it was a bit of a classic one, and look, it ran for. But again, what happens with some of these sitcoms? They kind of get together, like Will They Won't They? When they get together, it's never as good. A bit like Just Good Friends, when they got together, is never quite as good as back in the day.
Didn't she sing the theme tune as well?
She did theme.
And it was
sing
like
the
a
theme
spoken
tune.
theme tune.
Do you know what, Darren? What do you know? What? Yeah. Let's maybe
number 3, please, Damien. Move on.
It's very rude in the
It's all about
Do
the
you know what?
timings.
Tonight, I don't know what's the matter with you. You've got when you wear that colour, you're moody. I don't know what it is, like a mauve or a mustard or just a bogey colour, but you're
green,
moody
actually.
in that colour.
It's a bogey colour.
Can you move on?
They've
Number
got a
3,
bogey
please.
attitude.
We've been
You
going.
look like a
We've been
big,
going for
giant
1.5
bogey.
hours, Damien. Come on, move on, please. Thank you.
Oh, I'll tell you what, honestly. I'm just a walking bogey. Right. Number 3 ran from 2001 till 2011. It had a very big cast. One of them was Sheridan Smith. One of them was Ralph Little.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Filmed in front of a studio audience. And it had 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps.
Yes.
It was Will Mellor, who
Yeah.
my wife absolutely fancies and adores.
I can
it
understand
was-
that. Him in Hollyoaks, yes, please.
He looks a bit like Damien now, though, doesn't he? He's put a bit of...
Yeah, he has
on.
put a bit of poundage on.
Oh, here he is. Sorry about that, Slim Jim down there. I tell you.
Just saying.
Can you tell why he's got the microphone just there as well?
Oh, here we go. All right, nowhere. Jesus, what's going on tonight? Flipping it. We're all going on. Flipping it. Old Rick Waller and flipping old Captain Kirk over here.
Rick Waller, blimey.
Right, I'll tell you what,
Going
honestly.
back.
Anyway, so 2 pints of lager and a packet of crisps. Number 2. Now, I don't know how your reaction is going to be about this one because it is a bit of a curveball, and it's a recent one as well. But it's so well written, it's so well acted, and it's actually got a real life brother and sister. It's set in a tiny little rural town. It's filmed as a mockumentary.
Oh, I know where you're
Actually starring Daisy Cooper and
Yeah.
Charlie Cooper.
Yeah.
It's called This Country.
Yes.
Never heard of it.
Do you know what, Darren? You have got quite a quirky sense of humour, even if you do look like a naked potato with stubble. It is
Just obsessed.
it is great. It's very funny. It's very to the point. So if you imagine one of these towns like that's in the country in the middle of nowhere, and the 20-something-year-olds haven't really got a lot to do, so they just doss around and they haven't really got a job. They're all a little bit. Some people might say they're a bit into bread. So it's very, very funny. Have a little listen. Listen.
It is.
Watch. Share.
I haven't watched. I've watched a couple of episodes of it, and it is very good. And she won a BAFTA, I think, didn't she, for that?
She did.
She won a
did
BAFTA
indeed,
for
yeah.
best
She
comedy
did indeed.
writer, I think. So yeah, okay, I agree with you on that one. Right, your number one then, please, Damien.
Okay, number one. It's probably on a lot of people's list, and it set a genre. It set a genre for many things that people copied it after, and it wasn't so good. People clamour to this day for it to be made another series. He's one of the most well-known people in the world now. He is an absolute howl on the Golden Globes. Some people would say he's the worst boss ever. I would say he was just misunderstood. It's David Brent.
I would say you copy him and you want to be him.
I resent that, Tintin. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, number one, it was a great show. There was only ever 2 seasons of it, but he was a nice bloke and he was misunderstood. They also did a movie of it as well, Life on the Road. It was David Brent and The Office.
Never ever seen it. I've heard how big and popular it is, but I've never watched any of it.
See, it's one of those. I've watched some of it. I preferred the one he did after The Office.
Oh, extras.
Extras. I thought extras was so funny, particularly the bit with Ronnie Corbett in the toilets at the BAFTAs. It's
Brilliant. Yeah, and also the one with Jean-Luc Picard. Very funny.
Yeah,
it's
very
a
good.
great show, and people started. It started a genre of that kind of. It started a genre of that mockumentary type that we were talking about.
And it got remade in America and was massive in America and went on for about 14
really
series.
What's the series that Ricky Gervais did where one of his mates went on a holiday or a trip and he was sending them things to do, challenges to do?
Idiot Abroad.
Yes.
That's it. Yeah,
we should do that
very
with you.
funny.
We should send you to Bromsgrove or something.
I'm not going back there again.
Hey?
Not allowed anyway.
Or Studley. I do you know, Damien, that's a good choice. I agree. I like The Office. I'm probably one of those ones I need to get back. I'm going to do some honourable mentions very quickly. Because
you always do these. I'm never allowed to do these.
Yeah,
I've got some too.
Just because it's probably one of those that I should really have put them in my main list. So honourable mentions are Blackadder. I'm surprised none of us had that. I thought Blackadder would be in our top 5 somewhere. Are You Being Served? Just because it is still funny now.
Did you see the new version of that?
Yeah, it was rubbish. Really bad.
Oh, right.
Really bad. Some Him and Her. If you've never watched that, it is really, really good. It's very much like not The Office. I ignore that bit. It doesn't make any sense. Him and Her with Russell Tovey. I'd recommend you watch that. It's very good. Outnumbered with Hugh Dennis, which was very much an improv comedy.
Yeah, very good.
And the children growing up, when they came back and did that special, and they were like almost adults, and everyone was like, "Oh, they were young kids before," and it's like, yeah, that's called nature. They grow up. And one American one for me, Modern Family.
Can I do some honourable mentions, please?
Very quickly.
Yes. Good Night, Sweetheart, Nicholas Lyndhurst, taking the lead.
Oh, yeah, good choice.
Time travelling.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Keeping up appearances. Very, very funny with Hyacinth Bouquet, not Bucket.
Bouquet, yeah.
And a
Bouquet
final one
residence.
from me, another Nicholas Lyndhurst one. Again, you can't find it anywhere. We mentioned this, me and Damien have before. The Two of Us.
Very, very good program. Yeah, couple for mine as well, and we've got a couple coming through on the live feed as well. One of them for me was Game On, back in the 90s.
Who was that really fit blonde in that?
Janice, who,
Really,
fantastic.
really,
She was
really.
and also absolutely fabulous. I think that's going to get on the.
I never liked it.
We've got some honourable mentions. Paul Burgess has mentioned some. The In-Betweeners. Which is classic.
I never liked
the films are better than the series, by the way.
No, the film isn't. The film's bad, and the TV series is bad. I'm sorry. In-Betweeners is not good.
Wow.
Oh, so
it's not.
I'm gonna have a little bit of quail egg with a little bit of spinach on the side when I'm drinking some Carrock.
Paul Burge's other recommendations. The IT Crowd, I completely agree with him, particularly if you work in IT. It just strikes home a lot. And the Green Wing, I forgot about the Green Wing. The Green Wing is brilliantly off the wall comedy. It is so good.
Thank you, Barbara.
I can't believe nobody's mentioned Friends of all things.
Well, we've mentioned Friends lots, and it's it's
Yeah.
yeah. A couple
I've
of
got
others.
the envelope, boys.
A couple of others very quickly that have come in. Porridge. None of us mentioned that one, and hello as well.
Has anyone mentioned Benidorm yet?
No, because it's crap. Right, Damien, do you want to do next week's top 5, please?
Yeah, so every week we get handed an envelope, and we don't know what it is. Barbara, our producer, gives you this of our top 5. So just bear with me. Do you want to tell me what you've been doing? Filth. What is that over there? Envelope. You
Oh dear.
Absolute minger. Oh.
She's definitely stopping with you tonight, then.
Dear me.
Oh, it smells as well.
Don't sniff it.
Oh, seriously. What has she been?
She's been in that loft.
Oh, what's she
Shake hard for 10 seconds.
Oh, dear.
Come on, then. What's next week's top 5, please, Damien?
Smelly envelope. Right. Okay. So. Oh. Okay. Different.
Am I going to like this or not?
It's a bit spooky. It's our top 5
horror films. Yes.
So there you go.
These are good.
Next week on the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
Personally, I would have saved
out-
that for Halloween episode, but there you go. It doesn't matter.
We could do it again, though, can't we?
I mean, let's be honest, you're not the producer, though, are you? Because old Stinky over there is, who puts things on the envelope. Do you know what I mean? Stinks, Barbara. Absolutely. I don't know what you've done with it. It's got crusty edges and it stinks. Anyway, so that will be on the next one, and it's horror. Let me give you the genre. It's horror films, okay? So no one come out with, oh yeah. So Jason and the Technicolor Dreamcoat, because it was a bit scary on one point. Ooh. Horror.
Yeah, I don't know where we bring up alien films. They're not horror films either.
No,
They're sci-fi.
it is a horror film. Horror,
Don't-
scary.
Look at him there. got a question over that.
Alien would be classed as a sci-fi horror.
It's just a horror, not
Okay,
a
not
cross-genre.
sci-fi. Not anything that's kind of on your radar. that's-
Straightforward horror scary.
archers
Okay, so
go-
are you going to say The Thing can't be classed as a horror because that is a horror film?
Oh, you get so.
Thing,
Look at his
wasn't it?
little nostrils. Did you see his little nostrils there?
So you're not? Are you saying that The Thing isn't a horror film?
If it's got an alien in it, no, it's sci-fi. Spacey.
Right. Do you know what? I don't write the
So you
rules.
can't have it then, Darren, because the clown is an alien, so you can't have it.
It's a horror film.
But you can't have it because the clown is an alien. You've just told me I can't have The Thing because it's about aliens.
Oh, do you know? I want to
Oh.
flick his head tonight. Don't ever wear that bogey-coloured shirt on this show again. You've been a right stroppy get today.
I think tomorrow could be not tomorrow. Next week's could be quite heated.
Yeah, you wait until
the As Yet Unnamed podcast.
You wait until
next
I edit
week,
this.
The 5 top horror films from Darren Antrobus, Damien Lee, and Ian Barstow.
Yeah, not Michael's, actually. We didn't pick up on this at the beginning, did we? I forgot about that. Darren produced a really nice jingle, like coming up on this week's episode or on last week's episode. Really nice. What does he do? Oh, join Ian Michaels.
Who is he?
Have I
Who's
been
Ian Michaels?
Have I been Ian Michaels on this podcast ever? No.
Don't know who he is.
You will always be Ian Michaels to me, Mr. Barstow. You are Ian Michaels from Pulse.
Anyway, listen, lads, it's been great. Do you know
We
what I mean?
haven't-
But I'm
no.
contracted to 2 hours. That's it.
Yeah,
Good
well,
night.
you took ages. Right. Thank you very much. That was our top 5 for this week. And we will now do the outro bit. Are we ready?
Ready.
Good. Damien? Ready? Ready. Right, let me just check that music. Not that one. We will have that one. So that is it for this week's episode of the podcast. Thank you very much for listening. Hope you've enjoyed the show. If you want to get in contact with us, then head over to the website, the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. You can find us on Facebook, search for the As Yet Unnamed Podcast, and on Twitter at As Yet Unnamed Pod, POD, and the same for Twitch as well. We release every Monday morning from 6 a.m. on your podcast feed. If you're watching the edited highlights on YouTube, thank you. why not go and listen to the full show? Use the links in the description below. And if you are listening on the podcast, please do subscribe so you get all new episodes as they come out. Damien Lee, thank you very much for your company.
Thank you. It's been great. Thank you to everyone that's listened, watched. Stay safe, wear your masks, and take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
Darren, thank you for your input.
Thank you very much. Thank you. And one of the best episodes we've ever done, because I won the Damien and Daz versus challenge, and I did a really good top 5 as well. So good episode.
And I am now going to go and start editing this for about the next 15 hours. So thank you very much for listening to the podcast. Hope you've enjoyed it. Please do let us know. Get in contact with us via the website. We will be back again next week for more of the same. Ta-da.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.
And there we go. Recorded. Well done, gentlemen. Thank you.
That was do you know what? That was good this week.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to do a quick few thank yous for people watching on the Facebook stream as well. So thank you to Anthony, who's been watching the whole thing. Thank you to Colin, who's been watching. Paul Burgess as well. Thank you to you. And also my mum, who's watching at the moment as well. So we will be back again next Wednesday evening from 8 o'clock for more of the same. We're going to be doing every single episode live streaming. You'll be able to watch the edited highlights of the podcast on the YouTube and Facebook channels, and then you can download the podcast. Head over to the As Yet Unnamed Podcast.uk. You'll be able to listen to all the episodes on there as well. You're right there, Damien. There's something there. You'll be able to listen to all the episodes on there, and you'll be able to subscribe on all your main podcast feeds. Right, that is where we are going to end the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. Damien,
was that a moth?
Was it a moth? Was it?
It looked like something from the X-Files. I have no idea what that was, but it was huge, and it was going straight for my eyes.
Thank you very much, Damien. Goodbye.
Good night, guys. Stay safe.
Thank you very much, Darren. Right, if you're watching on the Facebook or YouTube, thank you very much. Please do like, share, and do all the usual stuff as well. We'll be back again next Wednesday evening from 8 o'clock. Until then, look after yourselves. Bye for now.
This is the As Yet Unnamed Podcast with Ian Barstow, Damien Lee, and Darren Antrobus.